Imagine a universal healthcare system where there's virtually no waiting lists. Well, that country actually exists. It's called Japan. And our think tank recently went there to learn more about their universal system and create a short documentary on it. We're going to play the trailer first, and then we're going to talk with my colleague Troy Lanigan, who joined me on that trip. So let's take a look at the trailer. We're in Japan this week to learn more about their universal healthcare system and how they have virtually no healthcare wait times. Come on, let's go find out.
The wait time is not very long. Basically, no wait time.
Do you have any wait times that are measured in years?
Not particularly.
How long waiting time while in Canada?
Sometimes a year.
Sometimes a year.
Yeah.
Year.
Yeah. It's a fascinating trip. Amazing to go back to that country. We're going to bring in my colleague Troy Lanigan. He's the CEO at our think tank, secondstreet.org. Troy, like I said, it was a great trip from start to finish. So fascinating to learn more about their universal healthcare system and see how well it was performing. But it was your first time to the country. What was your overall just impressions of Japan in general?
Fantastic trip, fantastic country. There's a lot to unpack culturally in Japan. It's my 7th Asian country I've been to, and it is different from all others for sure. The first thing that really strikes you is what the Japanese call anime, which is just simply animation. If you think of Hello Kitty, think of Hello Kitty on steroids. Everywhere you go in Japan, you'll see these images. As soon as we get into a taxi cab, you'll see like a little blue bunny dancing, welcoming you to Tokyo, wherever you are. The food, I expected the food would be good, totally exceeded expectations. Japanese food's a lot more than sushi as we think of here in Canada. We had a plate in particular, okonomiyaki. I hope I didn't butcher it, Colin. Absolutely fantastic and not that expensive. You know, the dollar did okay over there in Japan. We didn't find it really expensive everywhere we went. The last thing I'd say is it is the second cleanest country I've ever been to in my life. The most clean country I've ever been to is Singapore. This is a close second. But here's what's funny. Good luck finding a garbage can. It is the strangest thing where you have clean streets everywhere you go, but it is so difficult to find a garbage can. You would be holding a cup or something you had coffee in, walking around for hours sometimes looking for a garbage can. So that was always a funny disconnect, but really, really enjoyed the trip, enjoyed the country, and of course, all that we had to learn about the amazing healthcare system in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, for me on a personal note, it was great to go back there. We talk about it in the documentary, but I lived there 20 years ago. So it was very cool to go back and see it. I agree with you on the garbage cans. They could do with a few more of those, but it's certainly a clean country. Let's talk about the healthcare system. I mean, for me, it was culture shock to learn more about their system. It was something I didn't really use too much because I was, young and pretty healthy when I was there 20 years ago teaching English. But for me, it was culture shock. What was your impression? What struck you first and foremost learning about their system?
Oh, I think the most striking thing, if you will, just at 35,000 feet was walking into hospitals and not seeing them overcrowded, not seeing hallways full of people, not seeing chaos, not seeing people running all over the place. It was absolutely amazing. We went to a number of different hospitals, but I think that was the thing that just struck me the most is how orderly it was and how few people, patients in particular, just weren't filling up the wait rooms, filling up the hallways, and everywhere we walked around those facilities.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the wait times in a moment because they basically have none, and we'll unpack that. But one night we were talking with someone we met there. He was with the local taxpayers group, and he took us into that hospital kind of impromptu for a little tour because he was a patient that would go there sometimes, and we walked around, and it was like a ghost town. Yeah. Even the emergency room. I mean, they'd have some staff there to deal with emergencies and that, but the other departments, it almost seemed like they got their work done during the week, so there's no one waiting around. The lights are off because the patients have all gone home. They got their surgeries. Yeah. And very shocking just to see that because like you say, it's totally different from Canada.
It almost suspends reality. You can't believe that it's a hospital that's open, right? We could have rolled a bowling ball through the waiting room that evening. I mean, there's just nobody there. And so it's true, they
Yeah.
seem to have organized themselves to do what they did to get done during the week. And the weekend was obviously very, very quiet. But we did get to hospitals and we did see people in weight rooms, but always very, very small numbers.
Yeah. And again, I'll remind people this is a universal healthcare system. This is what Canadians want, where everyone's covered. So we'll unpack more about Japan's healthcare system right after this commercial break.